Did democratic centralism create cults of personality? Imagine a political system where everyone is supposed to have a say, but in reality, power is concentrated in a few leaders. That's what democratic centralism aimed for. It was designed to balance discussion and unity within communist parties. The idea was that members could debate freely until a decision was made, then everyone would follow that decision without question. Lenin introduced this to organize revolutionary parties, hoping to prevent factions and keep the party united. All levels of the party were to be elected, and decisions from top to bottom were supposed to be binding. It was meant to allow input but also ensure discipline and coordinated action. In theory, democratic centralism was about combining democracy with strong leadership. It wanted to use the collective wisdom of many members while maintaining a clear, unified direction. This way, the party could adapt to changing circumstances and make decisions based on real struggles. But in practice, things often looked very different. Once Joseph Stalin took control in the late 1920s, the practice shifted. Party meetings became formalities, and top leaders made most decisions behind closed doors. The democratic element was replaced by strict central control. This shift created a situation where power was held tightly by a few individuals. The hierarchical structure meant that loyalty to the leader became essential. Over time, leaders like Stalin used this setup to build a personality cult. They promoted their image as the ultimate authority, often at the expense of collective decision-making. The organizational structure of democratic centralism made it easier for leaders to suppress dissent and elevate their personal image. So, was democratic centralism the cause of these personality cults? Not exactly. The principle itself was meant to promote collective leadership, not individual glorification. But once power was concentrated, the mechanisms of the system could be exploited. Leaders could manipulate the rules to serve their own interests. The Soviet Union under Stalin shows how the practice of democratic centralism, when distorted, helped create a personality cult. Other countries and leaders used similar structures, but the key factor was how the system was implemented. The core issue was not democratic centralism itself, but how it was practiced. When genuine discussion and democratic participation were maintained, it could prevent personality cults. But when the democratic element was removed and central control took over, the conditions for personality worship were set. So, in the end, democratic centralism did not inherently create cults of personality. It was the way it was used that made the difference.